as they run about 4 or 5 plays in sequence, no huddle, and did a fantastic job with execution. JQ really thriving in that quick-paced offense.
Q striding up to the line, seemingly unflappable in his first season here in the Simulation Football League. Sanzo with another carry, and he'll make it out to the 17-yard line, gain of about 2.5.
Yeah, the cornerback Freeman Peltier anticipating that one very early on as he's up there to greet Robinson for just a 2-yard gain.
St. Louis coming out with 4 defenders on the line. Playing press coverage here with Tulsa coming out with 2 backs in the backfield. Q going to throw a far sideline and again completes it. This rookie quarterback is not looking like a rookie at all as he's able to thread these passes in between defenders, and Gabriel Manning, we know what he does already.
Yeah, extraordinarily accurate with his passes, and wow, I cannot believe they didn't call that a first down. I thought Manning did a really good job getting past the sticks on that one, but 3rd and inches, Tulsa will see. And Eric, man, you're absolutely right. You cannot undersell how mature JQ has shown the ability to play at.
These quarterbacks have looked fantastic here today as Q is going to hand it off to Robinson. Robinson has some room in the middle of the field, and he'll get stopped at the 3-yard line. Sets up a 1st and goal for the Desperados.
Yeah, he didn't need much more than a chest hair right there, but does a fantastic job skirting forward for a nice gain. And as you said, they're going to set him up for a really nice 1st and goal. The playbook is relatively open if you're looking at your goal line set right here.
We'll have to see what Tulsa decides to do. Very, very close to the end zone. 3 yards away, to be exact. Coming out a bit heavy, 2 backs in the backfield. Q under center. Quick handoff. Finds his fullback there as he gets a couple of yards out to the 1-yard line. That was Royal Hawkins with the carry there, Kate.
Yeah, Royal Hawkins, 2nd and goal at the 1 right here for them. I would not be surprised to see them get the tight end Phil Koss involved here. I'm sorry, to get the tight end Jason France involved here.
Under 6.5 to go in the first half. Handoff to Sanzo, and Sanzo makes it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tulsa.
Yeah, no need for that when you got a guy like Sanzo Robinson who you just give it to, and the offensive line doing an absolutely fantastic job opening up a hole for him as he just walks into the end zone.
Judah Dorgan, the kicker for the Desperados. He's the additional star we have here today for Tulsa, and he will attempt his first extra points of the afternoon. Low snap, gets it down, and it's blocked! St. Louis blocks the extra point, and it keeps Tulsa at a 4-point disadvantage here, as they could have closed it to a field goal, but man, Cade, that low snap there killed them.
Eric, I know it's extraordinarily cliche to say this, but that could very well come back and haunt them later in what has been an extraordinarily close game already. Tulsa struggled very early on in the game to do much getting down the field, gets down, scores a touchdown on this drive, and fantastic job by St. Louis blocking the extra point. 4-point game. We'll see how this one plays out.
Elsie Mondavi from about her own goal line, trying to follow some blockers, and will make it out to the 23-yard line. 13 plays, 83 yards, 1-yard rushing touchdown by Sanzo Robinson, but the extra point blocked makes it a 10-6 ball game here in Tulsa.
Certainly makes it for a very interesting one, my friend.
So we'll see how Christian Brown and company responds. They will come out here with an offset I formation on first down. Brown to throw. Will sidearm over the middle and incomplete. He was looking for Mondavi, but big number 99, Espen Royale, right there in the middle of the field. Didn't even have to move. Hit him right in the shoulder pad.
Yeah, it didn't move. I don't even think he was expecting the football as it hit him in the shoulder pad and bounced to the turf. I think he was just kind of playing center field there, and The ball hits him, and if I'm him, I'm saying, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened."
Two backs in the backfield for this second down. Brown to throw again. Blitz coming. He's going to air one out. Picked off. What an interception made by Tulsa. That's Ricky Thornton, the safety, skying high and bringing it down, setting up Tulsa with great field position here at the 27-yard line of St. Louis.
Ricky Thornton coming through like a bottle rocket for his 5th interception on the season. I mean, and when the ball first leaves Brown's hands, you really think that it's going to be completed, but it seemed like it stayed in the air for an awful long time, Eric. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but Thornton taking advantage of the situation, running up, and making the nice interception, as now we see Tulsa with fantastic field position at the St. Louis 26-yard line.
Robinson with the carry on first down will make it out to the 26-yard line. Definitely a bit of a rainbow throw there by Christian Brown, and I'm sure he was doing all the calculations in his head right on his clear dry erase board, and it just was not meant to be.
No, and that's just something that happens with the rookies. I'm not sure that he saw Thornton coming across the field, the speed of Thornton getting in there and making that one happen. As we saw, I think if that one's a little bit more direct, potentially it's a completed pass.
Q is going to throw it far sideline, looking for Gabriel Manning. Does get it complete, but only for a couple of yards. A little bit of toe drag swag along that far sideline brings up third manageable.
Yeah, Manning, an incredibly athletic receiver. We've seen it time in and time out. Whether it's a 4-yard catch, as we just saw right there, or 45 yards or 75 yards down the field, boy, it's always athletic, and he makes it happen.
3 wideouts for Q to work with here on 3rd and 6. Handoff to Sanzo. Good stiff arm there as he's able to get first down yardage out to the 15-yard line. Into the SFL red zone we go.
Sanzo, on the last 2 drives, this one and the one prior, has been absolutely fantastic. As you see the momentum right here, shaking off tacklers from the get-go. Rodney Panani tried to get in there very early in on the run, and Sanzo just stiff-arming him to the ground. I mean, a fantastic job by him on the last 2 drives. And this Tulsa offense, all of a sudden, the momentum is in their court, Eric.
Bunch receivers towards the top of the formation. Going to throw it opposite side to Manning, and Q's got it complete. Actually, no, they'll mark it incomplete. Looking at it in real time, I thought a little different, but referees will blow it dead. Second down.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Eric. I thought that one was completed as well. I wouldn't hate seeing a replay on that, and it does not look like we'll get a challenge. Tulsa feeling pretty confident they'll be able to make up for that.
Empty set for JQ. 4 wideouts split across the formation. Q in trouble right away. He's going to go down. Good penetration there by Mo Biggins, getting in there for the sack, and Q had no chance to get rid of the football.
Now, just four rushers right there. I'm not sure if the offensive line was confused, but Q tries to step up in the pocket. Biggins there to meet him and take him down, and all of a sudden a 3rd and 14, and what looked like a pretty promising situation here for Tulsa.
Q to throw on 3rd and long, looking for his receiver and incomplete. He was looking for DJ Hume, but on the coverage was safety Colin Douglas, and that brings up a 4th and long. We're going to see a field goal attempt this time from Dorgan, who had an extra point blocked earlier in the quarter.
Yeah, you got to feel pretty good about the situation if you're the St. Louis defense after turning it over, giving Tulsa pretty good field position. You've done a good job slowing them down. Colin Douglas coming up with his 15th pass defense on the season. That's fantastic.
Big numbers right there. Dorgan got set up right in the middle of the field. He's got his foot into the football, and it's good from 36 yards. So that will narrow the gap to a 1-point advantage for St. Louis, and Tulsa gets some points off the turnover.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 1-point game as time ticks down here in the second quarter. Both of these teams looking for a playoff spot. The winner is more or less punching their ticket. The loser, not necessarily disqualified, but a lot of help will be needed if they want to try to get in, and boy, it doesn't get more exciting than this.
Fielded from the middle of our own end zone, Mondavi is just going to take a knee and bring the football out to the 20-yard line. And Cade, we talked about at top of the broadcast, winning you're in. That's the easiest scenario for either of these teams. It doesn't matter who wins, they're in. They win the division, they've got the playoff spot, and likely a home playoff game next week as well for the playoffs. But the loser, they're going to have to do some TV watching and see what kind of shakes out.
And you never want to find yourself in that situation. So both of these teams, I mean, we know they're playing hard, and this game today is going to be all about who wants it more.
Martinez able to get a couple of yards on first down as he brings it out to the 22-yard line. Clock ticks under 4 minutes to go here in the opening half of play.
Very early on in this game, Eric, I mean, it definitely seemed like Tulsa was struggling to get things going. They have since turned it on, both offensively and defensively, as St. Louis tries to get some points before halftime here.
Brown has he's thrown and incomplete. I think he was going for the crossing route there, the post, in the deep middle of the field. And Phil Dillevue, I think, was open there, Cade.
Yeah, Dillevue, I think, has got a clear path to the end zone if that's completed. I don't think that there's anybody in their right mind who's going to stop him at that point, because I didn't see a safety past that point, and I didn't see anybody covering him within about 5 yards on the other end. So, wow, that's just a missed opportunity for St. Louis.
Brown on 3rd and 8 throws a laser towards the near sideline and incomplete. Again, Heslip with good coverage on Mondavi, and that makes it a 4th down. St. Louis coming up empty in their past 2 possessions.
And we talked early on as well about this pass defense for Tulsa. It's incredibly difficult to move the ball and to score on this defense. And in situations like this where they're kind of forced to throw the football, trying to get down the field, that is where this Tulsa secondary thrives, and they showed it right there.
Graham Northrup going to come out for his first punt of the afternoon with 3:35 to go here in the second quarter. Manning with the return. Good spin move, and he'll make it out close to midfield. Mark him down at the 48-yard line. Keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media at Simulationfl. Follow us on Twitter for weekly broadcast schedules to discover team content and stay up to date on SFL news. Let us know who your favorite team is or how you enjoyed the broadcast each week with the hashtag #MakeAnImpact. Thank you for your support and viewership. Both these teams trying to make an impact here today and save their playoff lives, as Q is going to swing it out to Sanzo Robinson coming out of the backfield for a gain of 2.
Yeah, that's I mean, the nice thing about having the field position that they have right now, right around midfield, is that the playbook is relatively open with 3:22 on the clock and all 3 timeouts. As you see, a little swing pass right there that gains 2. We'll see what they try to do to punch this one down in there for some additional points. Tulsa with the opportunity here to try and take the lead before halftime.
What a big swing of momentum that would be for the Desperados as Sanzo gets another carry and gets ankle tackled right in the middle of the field. They'll mark him down at the 45-yard line, 3rd and short coming up.
Yeah, Eric, I mean, you're absolutely right. Big swing of momentum after just the first few drives of the game. Let's not forget, St. Louis at one point was up 10-0.
9 unanswered by Tulsa here in the second quarter of play. 3rd and 3 now from the 45. Robinson with another handoff. Good sidestep, good stiff arm there, and he'll get forward progress out across to the 42-yard line. Heck of a run by Sanzo Robinson.
Sanzo Robertson laying the wood down on the defense right there as he fights for that first down, and they're going to give it to him as they'll go ahead and continue to move those chains. That clock's going to tick ever closer to the 2-minute warning.
Might see one more play here before we hit that 2-minute warning as Q takes the snap, pressure coming in his face, able to sling it out far sideline, good for a gain of maybe a couple, and that will bring us to a 2-minute warning. 1-point advantage for the visiting Gladiators from St. Louis, but Tulsa is driving, and they will see if they can take the lead before the half. This is the Simulation Football League live on Next Level Sports and twitch.tv/FTF Next. Back live in Tulsa, 2 minutes to go here. Eric Vincent alongside my best friend Cade Stevens. Toro takeover here today in the Midwest as Robert Garrett Jr. is in the stat truck for us here today. Sanzo Robinson trying to bounce it to the outside, and he'll get stopped behind the line. 3rd and 8 coming up. And speaking of coming up, we've got the SFL halftime report. Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green will break down the first half between the Gladiators and the Desperados. They'll provide an update on Houston and Mexico City going on the SFL Twitch channel and look at the updated playoff picture. Who's in, who's out, and what's at stake today. It's all coming up on the SFL halftime report. Minute and a half to go and counting. JQ over the middle. Sanzo again cannot make the handle. That's the second time here this afternoon that he could not make the catch, and this one forces a 4th down.
Boy, he's going to beat himself up for that one, Eric. He's got the first down and a little bit more, but if he catches it, he's probably in for a big hit, and I'm not sure if the footsteps coming maybe threw him off just a little bit, but Tulsa going for an awfully long field goal on this one. Let's see if he can bang it through.
Near hash, 57 yards for Judah Dorgan. High snap, gets it down. Foot is into the football, and it is just short. Tulsa looking to take the lead before the half, and Judah Dorgan just cannot quite get enough leg into it.
Yeah, I can't say I blame him for trying that one. I mean, why not at this point during the game? And unfortunately, Dorgan not able to knock that one through. But solid contact, just a little bit of a high snap going into it. Not sure if that played into the ability to drive that one through, but solid effort by Tulsa. And now all of a sudden, St. Louis taking over with 1:21, 3 timeouts, and fantastic field position.
That would have tied the record in the Simulation Football League, but not to be, as Christian Brown guns it over the middle to Phil Koss, his tight end, his first catch of the afternoon. Good for a gain of 7, no huddle. Brown again with time, gonna air it out, wide open, man, he's got his man. Out to the 24-yard line, St. Louis gonna call their first timeout.
Yeah, Paul Delavu coming up with a big catch on that one right there on the outside. Christian Brown making a nice connection with the big wide receiver, 6'2", 200 pounds. Paul Delavu coming up big. As you can see right here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look back last week. Paul Delavu, this is a massive highlight for him. 80 yards down the field as Brown finds him. Makes one man miss, and all of a sudden, Delavu turning on the Jets, 80 yards late in the game on the way to a big day for Paul Delavu. Unfortunately, St. Louis not able to capitalize on the day, but Delavu, massive day, over 100 yards for him receiving, and that was the biggest one in that game. Delavu, a big part of that offense, and as you can see, so far in this game, he's had a few targets and has made a couple of nice catches. Just like that last one. Boy, what a play by him last week. That was fantastic.
Yeah, 2 catches, 35 yards so far here today, and that one was a big-time play. Big preacher on ball security there as well, going with the 2-arm hold on the football there.
That's the sign of a man who may have been scarred before in his life. He's taking care of that football.
1:03 to go here in the second quarter. 2 timeouts for St. Louis. Good crossing route there for the Gladiators. That will gain them about 3 yards out to the 21-yard line of Tulsa. No huddle once again. Brown in the empty. He will throw once again. Pressure coming. He's hit as he's thrown. It falls incomplete with 45 seconds frozen on the clock as Jaden Swift gave the quarterback hurry there.
Yeah, Swift doing a nice job getting in there and making contact with Christian Brown, who's not able to get the ball out in time, but a solid effort nonetheless. On his end, 3rd and 7 at the 21-yard line. While a field goal, Eric, would be nice before halftime, I have to imagine St. Louis has their eyes on the end zone.
4 wideouts for the Gladiators to work with. High snap. Brown gets it down. Running around in the pocket. Finally sets his feet. Throws it over the middle.
Wow. Oh, my.
St. Louis. What a play by Phil Delavu right there.
Delavu, in just a couple of plays with the St. Louis offense, has made absolutely incredible plays. And let's not let be overshadowed by Christian Brown's athleticism in the pocket, able to make defenders miss, coming in And it gets the ball out to Dillava, who makes a fantastic catch in the back of the end zone. All of a sudden, St. Louis is out here extending the lead before halftime. Wow, Eric, what a moment to bear witness to.
Oh, Dillava, number 89, with the clutch catch in the back of the end zone. And Shalizzy nails the extra point to make this an 8-point ball game here on the road with playoffs on the line. St. Louis, it started off with a 5-game winning streak. And then over the last 6 games, they've only won one of those 6 games. So now they're at the point where their backs are against the wall, and this looks like the team that we saw to start the season off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they've done to kind of get it figured out this week, but just a fun stat to throw at you, Eric. I mean, St. Louis opponents averaged 29.5 points in the last 6 games, in which they've struggled mightily. They lost 5 of 6 in that time span. In the 5-game winning streak that they had to start the season, their opponents only averaged 17 points. So far, they've done a really good job today at holding Tulsa under 10 before halftime. They've only scored 9.
1st and 10 from the 22 here. Two backs in the backfield for Tulsa. Q gonna throw it, and he tosses it out to his fullback there, and he is gonna be tackled out of bounds. 30 seconds to go here in the first half, and we're gonna send it out to SFL HQ for a game break. Cam, what do we got?
Thanks, Eric. Mike, Mexico City rolling early.
Yeah, Cam, first possession of the game, Matt Wilson finds Mike Daggs on a seam route for a touchdown catch, put Mexico City up early.
7-0. Mike Daggs in the end zone, but Houston is in Mexico City territory. Back to Eric and Cade in Tulsa.
Thanks, Cam. As Tulsa able to get a couple more yards out close to the first down marker. Again, knocked out of bounds is Sanzo Robinson. And it's going to be a 3rd and short coming up.
Yeah, 3rd and short, about 26 seconds left on the clock. Still a couple timeouts. A shot downfield, wouldn't be surprised to see.
Offset eye for Tulsa. We'll see what they do here. Handoff to Sanzo. Finds room up the middle and is going to get first down yardage to the 34. Tulsa going no huddle as opposed to using one of their 3 timeouts. Another handoff here to Sanzo. Gets through the first defender and gets tackled at the 38. And looks like they're probably going to have to burn their last timeout right about now.
Yeah, good call. Good call, my friend.
So 2 timeouts for Tulsa, 3 seconds to go. And I'm not sure if we're within Hail Mary range, but it's definitely going to be a deep pass coming out of the playbook here for the Desperados. JQ, the young gunslinger here in Tulsa, trying to get some points on the board before the half. They're going to come out in an I formation. 1 tight end, 2 wideouts. Hand off to Sanzo, and he's going to get a couple yards to close out the half. And the clock will hit triple zeros. 17-9, your score here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Win and you're in. Lose, you need some help. We'll send it out to SFL HQ for the SFL halftime report following this break. This is the Simulation Football League live on Next Level Sports and twitch.tv/FDFnext.
Welcome to the SFL Halftime Report along with Mike St. Green. I'm Cameron Irvine. We've got a couple of great ball games going on right now. St. Louis up 17-9 on Tulsa at the half, but a very competitive first half. Tulsa could have laid down 10-0. They came back, looked sharp. Mike, your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, Cam, this game is, meeting expectations for sure. You can definitely get the vibe that both teams are fighting for their playoff lives here today. Solid start by St. Louis, jumped out 10-0 on a Shalizi field goal and a Cairo Martinez touchdown. I really kind of like, St. Louis getting Cairo involved. Like I said, a few weeks ago when they played, he had 100 yards rushing and seemed like they were picking up on that strategy. And, but Tulsa answered in the second quarter after, kind of a sluggish start. It seemed like they were, no lack of a better word, it seemed like kind of the nerves would get to them. It seemed like they were aware of the situation, but turned things around in the second quarter with a touchdown run from Sanzo Robinson. And then following a Ricky Thornton interception, let's go back to that Sanzo touchdown, a big play. It's probably going to be this blocked extra point. We're going to see how that plays out in the second half. It's probably going to be huge in this game because I expect this game to stay tight. Jorgen had a field goal to bring it to 10-9, and another huge play in this half was Tulsa late in the half, under 2 minutes, deciding to attempt a 57-yard field goal, came up short, allowed St. Louis to have good field position, turns that into a Paul Delavu touchdown, and now St. Louis finds themselves up 17-9 going into the half.
Yeah, St. Louis definitely capitalized on opportunities. Tulsa lost the special teams battle in the first half, and that's saying something given the fact they have Gabriel Manning. He's been boxed up as well on kick and punt returns. Thing that stuck out to me, Mike, was Christian Brown. He came out ready to play. The rookie not acting like a rookie anymore.
Yeah, Christian Brown made a couple of big throws, made a nice spin move in the pocket, turned it into a little scramble for about 6 or 7 yards. Yeah, Christian Brown definitely seems like he's aware of the situation and is trying to put this team on his back and lead them to the playoffs.
Houston, Mexico City going on. This is a big game for both St. Louis and Tulsa to keep an eye on because Houston is chasing both of these teams in the standings and wanted to get a victory today. The Houston D-line is collapsing on Matt Wilson at the moment. That game is tied at 7. Houston got down early, but they're fighting back as well. What have you seen in that one so far today?
Yeah, Cam, we're a couple of possessions in. Like as we mentioned in doing the game break, that Mexico City jumped out early. Houston answered right back with a couple of big passes from E.T. King, one to receiver down the right-hand side there, put Houston in good position, and Leroy Brown right before the half of our game, caught a touchdown pass to even it up. So Houston's hanging tough and fighting for their playoff lives as well.
Yeah, Brown had that one as well down the sideline. It was he's had a big first half. Well, here's the updated look at the playoffs right now in the SFL. So you have 8 teams that have clinched. You have 6 teams fighting for the last 4 spots. That includes Tulsa and St. Louis. The winner of this game is going to be the 9th team to clinch. Now, Lone Star and Los Angeles play tomorrow. Arizona, who's 5-6, they play later on today against Sioux Falls. And, of course, Houston is 5-5. They're playing against Mexico City right now. So Houston and Arizona, those 2 teams on the outside looking in right now. It's hard to imagine, Mike, that the loser of this game gets in unless Houston and Arizona just completely lose out here down the stretch.
Yeah, Cam, this is definitely has a feel of a winner take all. Houston has this game plus another game midweek to see if they can squeeze in. And Arizona later on is playing a Sioux Falls team that's already eliminated. So, whoever wins this one is going to be sitting pretty. The loser definitely going to be biting their nails the next few hours and days.
There are a ton of teams that can still clinch a first-round bye, and who wouldn't want to play one less playoff game to have a chance to get to the championship? Baltimore can get it easy with a win. Vancouver can get it with some help. Jacksonville can get it with some help. Mexico City, Las Vegas, they can all get this first-round bye with some help. I don't think Tulsa and St. Louis really have a shot, but still a ton of teams in the mix for this ever important top 4 seed.
Yeah, Cam, first round bye in the playoffs huge. The main thing it does is keep you from playing an extra week in the wild card game. You have less games to try to, teams to fight through and games to fight through to get to that championship game. So it's going to be a huge day tomorrow as see some of these scenarios play out and see who can get this first round bye.
We'll see Denver and Vegas in Vice Wars coming up next on the SFL. Both teams are on Next Level Sports, I should say. Both teams have won 5 in a row. It should be a Vice Wars unlike any other. Las Vegas will be wearing the hot pinks. Denver in the pink and bright blue accents. It's always a fun time with Vice Wars. Probably the league's best rivalry, I would say. But Las Vegas has something to prove here tonight. They're trying to get their first ever home playoff game as a franchise.
Yeah, Vice Wars is a huge rivalry, but also, Cam, it's going to be an explosive ball game over in tonight. Denver averages over 31 points a game. Las Vegas averages over 27. Look for huge plays in this game from, Blades and Pierce and Scott Johnson. They have an explosive returning man in Doug Britton. And then you turn it over to Denver right now. Leading MVP candidate Jared McChesney at running back, leading the league in rushing. It's going to be a huge, explosive game. I don't expect anything but offense in that game tonight.
It's going to be great down the stretch. We've got 7-7 Houston, Mexico City. Houston's in Mexico City territory right now. We've got 17-9 St. Louis on top of Tulsa at the half. We'll be giving you updates all throughout the day on Houston and Mexico City. And after the break, we'll send it back to Eric Cade and Robert in Greenwood District Stadium in Tulsa to see how this second half plays out and who ends up winning the East Division. This has been your SFL Halftime Report, and you're watching the Simulation Football League on Next Level Sports.
Second half at Greenwood District Stadium. St. Louis with an 8-point advantage, and they will get the football to start the second half here. Impressive first half by both these ball clubs. St. Louis coming out to a hot start. Tulsa adding 9 unanswered before St. Louis capping it off with an impressive drive of their own to make this an 8-point advantage on their end. Both teams fighting for the playoffs, fighting for the East Division, and only one of them can come out with the victory here today.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Eric. Fun first half. Tulsa roared back after just a little bit of a slow start, and St. Louis answering shortly before halftime. And that Tulsa defense, if they want to stay in this one, they got to stand up on this drive.
Christian Brown lining up in an offset I formation. He's going to hand it off to his running back, Kyra Martinez, but that was a big hit there by number 95, DJ Majesty. Loss of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and long.
Yeah, good play right there defensively for the 1 yard loss by Majesty. And a nice start defensively.
Now just a straight up I formation for St. Louis. Heavy set. Brown is going to throw. Finds his fullback coming out of the backfield. That's Bill Cherry with the catch. And he'll make it out to the 24-yard line. We're going to send it out to SFL HQ for a game break with Commissioner Cam Irvine and Mike St. Green. Cam, what do we got?
We, Eric, have another Houston touchdown.
Yeah, Cam, Houston not going to go away quietly. They're going to fight for their playoff lives. Warren Murray here with a nice little 3-yard touchdown run. They go up on Mexico City 14-7 in the second quarter.
Not good news for the loser of your contest on Next Level. Back to Eric Cade Robert in Tulsa.
Thank you, Cam. Not good news indeed, as Houston definitely has an advantage in the strength of victory tiebreaker in the Simulation Football League, and they are up on Mexico City by 7 as they hit the second quarter there on the SFL Twitch page. And another Kyra Martinez run goes for a loss as the Tulsa Desperados defense was ready for that one. Brings up a 2nd and long after a first set of downs.
Yeah, absolutely nothing doing right there for Martinez. And as you said, Houston ahead right now is not a good thing for the loser of this matchup. Houston or Arizona win, and the loser is just in the worst way I think they could possibly be, Eric.
Brown in trouble, and he's going to go down. This front 4 has come to play as they have stopped up the run lanes, they have stopped up the quarterback, and this time it's a sack by Jaden Swift.
I think Tulsa's starting to get it figured out, Eric, to be honest with you. Very early on in the game, I think that was a big problem that they had. They could not get to the quarterback, provide any sort of pressure whatsoever. Christian Brown had the time he needed to make things happen, and being athletic as he is, was able to get outside the pocket. But Jaden Swift on that play, nice job taking Christian Brown to the ground.
Brown going to air it out, finds his man, but they're going to mark him shy. I'm not sure where Delavu fell out of bounds, but they're going to mark him 2 yards shy of the line to gain. We're going to have to get another look, Cade.
Yeah, let's check this replay because I'm with you, Eric. I thought Delavu fell backwards across the first down marker. I think that secures it right there. I think there's got to be a challenge on this one.
That's a terrible spot. That's got to be a challenge.
Wow.
Wow, we won't see a challenge flag there. Wow. That was a prime opportunity for the Gladiators to get a victory in the challenge category here today and get a first down to keep that opening drive alive. But instead, they're going to punt the football away to Tulsa, who's down by 8, just a one-possession ball game, and that might be a huge swing of momentum.
I would totally agree with you. I think that's a missed opportunity right there. I think that was very clearly a first down. Good forward momentum by Delavu getting across the first down marker, and unfortunately for them, the refs just not a solid call. And Tulsa takes back over with an opportunity. Technically a one-possession game, 8-point game right here to try to get down the field and make this a little bit closer.
Sanzo Robinson with the carry, and a good start there for the Desperados as he gets a gain of 6 out to the 32-yard line with just about 8 minutes to go in the third. We get a look at Sanzo Robinson coming out into an I formation. 3-down lineman for St. Louis, but stacking the box, and they will stop Robinson there for no gain. Actually, they might give him a half a yard or so out to the 33-yard line. The SFL broadcast team is looking to add new talent to our ranks of broadcasters. Applications are being accepted now to try out for either play-by-play or analyst broadcasting positions. No prior experience is required, just a love for the game and a desire to succeed. The application can be found on our website at simulationfl.net/broadcasting. Q, gonna air it out, intercepted! St. Louis going the other way, and that's a big pick for the Gladiators by Gerald Winkler.
Yeah, Garrett Winkler coming in with a nice one right there. That's going to be his 8th interception on the season. The free safety doing an absolutely fantastic job in coverage for St. Louis. And would look like it might be a little bit of a dicey situation for him. Winkler coming through with a big play and giving them good field position at their own 48.5-yard line.
Hand off to Martinez, and again gets buried in the backfield. With that turnover there, Cade, that is a team record for the St. Louis Gladiators. 33 forced turnovers in a season, and that is the most by any Gladiators team in a season progression era.
And you know what's crazy, Eric? You look at that statistic, and then you look at the record for St. Louis, and you got to wonder, like, wow, I mean, you have to imagine that would equate to maybe 1 or 2 more wins. And the ball's just not rolled necessarily in their court the right way in just a couple of games this season. But this St. Louis team is a lot better than their 6-5 record indicates.
And that's going to be an incompletion, I believe, as Dillavu could not quite get the foot in bounds, brings up 3rd and 7. 6:30 and counting here in the third as Brown sets up in the gun, pressure in his face. Gonna air one out, and he's got to complete. First down to the Tulsa 24-yard line. The big play man himself, Eagle Mondavi, with another catch.
Absolutely beautiful throw over the defender, cornerback Nate Heslip. Unable to get up to the football. Mondavi making a fantastic catch in traffic. 2 guys around him, and all of a sudden, it is a beautiful-looking situation right here for St. Louis as they find themselves deep in Tulsa territory, nearing the entrance of the red zone.
Heavy offset eye, and again, Martinez just not able to get anything going on the ground as Ritter is able to knock him down for a big loss of 3.
Yeah, nice shot by Ritter right there. Gets in there. Hard-nosed football is what we call that, Eric. Loss of 3. And it just makes it a little bit tougher. This Tulsa defense, I mean, up front, they've done a really good job adjusting to trying to stop the run game. But pass game, all of a sudden, picking up for St. Louis, as you see a sack right there, man. What a play.
I swear, every time that you say something in the positive, there's a negative that happens right after it. And you were just complimenting St. Louis's passing attack, my friend.
They find a way, man. Every single time. I don't know if it's the broadcaster's curse or if it's just coincidence, but yeah, every time I seem to get in there and mention something positive on the passing attack, a sack is taken or an interception is thrown, and sorry, St. Louis fans, I guess I should probably calm down.
Brings up a 3rd and 21 after the sack. Brown in trouble again, and he's going to go down. Back at the 40-yard line, back-to-back sacks for the Tulsa Desperados defense. This one made by Berto Damora.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I mean, 2 plays in a row right there. Fantastic job by the defensive line, getting up in and breaking down the pocket. Fantastic job by Damora, and in what appeared to be an obvious scoring situation for St. Louis turns into a punt, and Tulsa gets the ball back, no blood.
And what a punt there by St. Louis as they're able to down them inside the 3-yard line. We're going to step aside, take a short commercial break, and Tulsa is going to have a long way to go to tie this one up. This is the Simulation Football League live on Next Level Sports. Stay with us. Tulsa with the football at their own 3-yard line following an impressive St. Louis punt. 4:32 to go here in the third. Handoff to Sanzo Robinson, breaking through the middle of the field for a gain of 4. And in that last series, Cade, another St. Louis record has fallen, and this one courtesy of Eagle Mondavi.
Yeah, Eric, we talked about this very early in the game. Mondavi needing just 85 yards coming into this game to break the Gladiators' single-season receiving yardage record, which was at the time 1,104 yards on the season. He has eclipsed that, ladies and gentlemen. We've witnessed history for the St. Louis Gladiators, courtesy of Eagle Mondavi. And Eric, can't complain about that, my friend. Absolutely an absolute privilege, as Mondavi's gone over 100 yards on the day in this game.
Congrats to him and the previous record holder, season 12 and 13, Badir Ajlauni, in his first Gladiator season. He was a heck of a weapon here for the Gladiators in St. Louis, as Sanzo gets off a big run, and he's going to break it out to the 21-yard line. Heavy dose of the run here for the Tulsa Desperados on this possession, trying to break even here, desperate to claw themselves back in this ballgame.
Yeah, they're doing everything that they can, and a fantastic job by Robinson. Nice run up the middle to give a little bit of life to this Tulsa offense.
Q with 80 yards through the air, 1 pick. But he's managed the game fairly well, considering the effort that St. Louis has given him here today. And Q is able to complete one over the middle. That one to Hume. And he's able to break it out to the 31-yard line, just barely enough to move the chains. .240 and counting here to go in the third. 3 wideouts, 2 towards the bottom of the formation. Q, 7-step drop. He's going to air it out into coverage. It incomplete, looking for Gabriel Manning. We'll send it out to SFL HQ once again. Cameron Irvine, Mike St. Green with an update. Cam.
Thanks, Eric. Mike, Warren Murray showing up when they need him the most.
Yes, Cam, following a huge interception return by Terry Nellums. Warren Murray powers his way in and puts Houston up 21-17.
Watch
21-7.
Watch these legs churn from Murray at the goal line. Mexico City's on upset alert.
Big time run there by Warren Murray to extend the lead, and it is not looking good for the loser of this matchup here today, as Houston is pouring it on against Mexico City. Over on the SFL Twitch page, Sanzo Robinson able to get a couple of yards, and he'll make it out to the 33.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Eric. The loser of this game is all of a sudden facing ever mounting just a big challenge, quite honestly. Between these two teams, Tulsa obviously wanting to get it going right here, 3rd and 8. This is massive.
Q with time, air mails it, picked off. Colin Douglas with the interception, trying to follow his defenders out to the far sideline, and he'll make it out to the Tulsa 41-yard line. And again, JQ is kicking himself, wondering what he has to do to get his team back in the game.
Well, he almost had it right there. I mean, it was a nice pass. It just needed to be a little bit farther. He had Hume, and I think if he leads him just a bit more, that's a completed pass. And a really nice first down. Unfortunately for Q, unable to get it there. The ball is turned over, and St. Louis once again with phenomenal field position.
Heavy set formation. Brown going to sling it out right away. He's got Martinez, and Martinez not able to get away from the defenders. He'll get 2.5 on that play out to the Tulsa 38-yard line.
Nice little, I mean, you got to, at this point, if you're St. Louis, I think that's the right move. You know, if it's me, Martinez is my best friend at this point. I think I'm handing him the ball unless I don't have to. Let's run that clock. Let's try to punch one in again and take a double-digit lead here.
Another handoff to Martinez, and he goes nowhere. Majesty in on the tackle, brings up 3rd and 8. This is the all-new SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player to join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it. There's also links to apparel, helmets, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,500 games, and it's thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Brown airing it out and incomplete. Tulsa defense ready for that one as Dillavu was the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down for the Gladiators. This will be a long field goal attempt if they go for it, Cade.
Yeah, long field goal attempt indeed, Eric. I'm totally with you, but yeah, on that last play right there, just a little bit of a dangerous throw. And it does look like they're going to go ahead and punt this one away and not attempt the long field goal.
Did see Dorgan try and attempt a 57-yarder earlier. It is a bit of a blustery day here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, so I'm not sure that the Gladiators wanted to chance it and instead want to pin Tulsa back deep once again. And again, another good punt by Graham Northrup. Another one down inside the 10. This one down at the 6, and Tulsa will have to go quite a ways once again to try and hit pay dirt.
Yeah, nice punt right there and a nice stop. I mean, own 6-yard line taken over. This is going to be a rough effort for Tulsa, but if they can make this happen, maybe a sustained drive, chew some clock, try to get down, score a touchdown, maybe a 2-point conversion to tie the game. Eric, we can make it real interesting right here, my friend.
Certainly can, as Q changes things up at the line, hands it off to Robinson, and he gets stopped behind the line, averaging just north of 3.5 yards per carry today, and that one stopped for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that is the exact way that you want to start this particular drive. I love the idea of trying to break into the defense a little bit with a run. Unfortunately, not able to get it going.
High formation, Robinson again and again. The St. Louis defense clogging up those running lanes, not able to get anything out of it. And a good tackle made by Igor Barbatov, the defensive tackle. And we have hit the end of the 3rd quarter. Get your 4s up, get your 86s up in the chat. We got one more quarter of action here on Next Level Sports. Gladiators with an 8-point advantage. Simulation Football League action rolls on following the break. One more quarter to go to decide who wins the East Division and who goes on to the playoffs. As Sanzo Robinson gets a carry on 3rd and forever, and he'll only get a yard back, bringing up a punt in a dangerous situation here for Tulsa. And St. Louis, already up by 8, is definitely thanking their defense here right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're leaning back. I'm really surprised, Eric, to be honest with you. I mean, I understand the risk clearly with the situation, but to go for the run on 3rd and long when the playoffs are very clearly on the line, a questionable decision, and now you're going to give St. Louis absolutely fantastic field position as the punt is no good, and St. Louis taken over at the Tulsa 33-yard line.
Yeah, the 33-yard line in your opponent's side of the field is never a bad place to start a drive.
Not at all, my friend. Not at all.
Christian Brown strides up to the line, single back formation. Free play as Brown is going to throw it, pressure in his face, going to toss it out far sideline, caught, and that'll be close to the 5 yards they should get on this penalty. So they'll probably take the free down.
Yeah, I have to imagine you're right there, my friend.
Neutral zone infraction, number 52, defense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat.
And the Gladiators will accept, so it'll set up a 1st and 5 off of the encroachment penalty there. And we mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. Winner likely to get a playoff home game here next week in the Simulation Football League. The loser, they're going to need some help. They're very likely going to be out of the playoffs, but it is not out of the question for them to squeeze their way in as Cairo Martinez squeezes his way forward for a short gain of about a half a yard.
Yeah, win here today for either one of these teams is the best option to get into the postseason and make a run at that championship, that SFL championship. And so far, St. Louis has showed the most grit. As you see, once again, right there, nice run on 2nd down, bringing up a 3rd and 1. Tulsa has shown flashes of being able to get it done on the last couple of drives since halftime, Eric. Left a little bit to be desired on offense for Tulsa.
3rd and short. This is a big 3rd down for this Tulsa defense. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff. St. Louis is going to get the 1st down. Martinez able to get just enough before he's tackled at the line, and that will extend the drive.
Boy, that was awfully close, and he did a good job keeping those legs churning, getting across the 1st down marker, and they're going to give it to him.
Clock continuing to tick. Fresh set of downs for the Gladiators. Tulsa stacking the box. They'll get a run here, and Tulsa ready for it as the front 4 and the linebackers able to corral Martinez for a minimal gain. The SFL's 3rd season of minor league action starts next Friday, 6 days away. The day before Wildcard Saturday, all new players will take the field for the first time as they prepare themselves to be drafted into the pros. Want to get on the field? It's never too late. Visit simulationfl.net to join our Discord community, create a player, and start building your career today. As Martinez not able to get out of the backfield. Actually, no, that was Cherry, the fullback, with the carry. And that's going to be a no-gainer once again. Brings up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, not much doing on that one. And, boy, this is a pretty big 3rd down. I hate to say it, 7 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. But if Tulsa can get the ball back and make something happen, this could be a close game.
Wide open man is right there for St. Louis at the 3-yard line as Dillevue is able to make it free once again. Could not quite keep his feet in bounds, but it'll be a 1st down nonetheless.
Yeah, he had a real shot right there, Eric, as you see just both defenders leaving him on that one. Not sure what was going on. Cameron Shaw, the cornerback, bit up. Don't know if that was his guy. Don't know if it was soft zone coverage. But Dillevue sneaking out to the outside, and just a little more inside is the pass, and he's walking into the end zone as St. Louis finds themselves 1st and goal at Tulsa's 3-yard line with an 8-point lead here. 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Handoff. Martinez able to get into the end zone. Touchdown St. Louis, and that extends the lead here on the road.
Martinez making it happen, my friend. I mean, if you look at Martinez's stats for the day, the yards per carry average, he's had a little bit of a rough going, but when they've given it to him deep in the red zone, he's making it happen when it matters the most as he pours another one on the cake for the day. St. Louis making this a 2-score game. Tulsa, with just about 7 minutes and change to go, Eric, they've got a lot of work to do with the ball coming back their way.
They certainly have a lot of work to do, no doubt about that. As Shalizzi will line up for the extra point, and it is up and through 24-9 now the score, as Tulsa is watching their hopes of a division crown slip away, and St. Louis hoping to right the ship after a 5-game winning streak, one of the best in franchise history, if not the best. And now trying to get things back on track and get themselves back into the playoffs.
Eric, I remember at the beginning of the season when that 5-game winning streak started, we saw St. Louis 5-0, and we both said to each other at the time, wow, it looks like they finally have turned this around, and St. Louis is getting it going. And then all of a sudden, just a little bit of a fall off defensively, and a little bit of a struggle for them, and they find themselves, at 6-5, fighting for the playoffs deep into the season. And here they are, 24-9 against Tulsa, finding a way to make it happen. And as of this moment in time, unless St. Louis completely blows this, it looks like they're going to find a way in.
1st and 10 from the 23 after the Manning return. JQ with the football, going to fire it out to the far sideline. That's caught by Manning, and that'll be a 5-yard gain. We're going to send it out to SFL HQ for a game break. Commissioner Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green. Cam, what do we got?
Thanks, Eric. It is just not Mexico City's day, Mike.
Yeah, Cole Varner going for a long 53-yard field goal attempt right here. Hits the crossbar, and Mexico City still trailing 21-7 early in the third.
When Cole Varner's not hitting field goals, it's just not working. Houston stuff 14, back to Eric Kincaid in Oklahoma.
Thank you, Cam. Q going to fire it over the middle. Caught. That's Corey Jones with the big catch over the middle of the field out to the St. Louis 48-yard line. And Tulsa has their first big play seemingly in the second half here, as they've had a trouble getting things going.
Yeah, massive play right there for Tulsa, as Q able to complete it to Corey Jones, and just a massive throw right there.
Victory not out of reach yet for the Desperados, but they got to get things going here in a hurry, as Robinson is going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Eric. We need to see more of what just happened a couple plays ago and less of what just happened on that play in order for Tulsa to have an opportunity here.
Desperados with a sense of urgency as they're coming in and out of huddle very quickly. 6 minutes to go in regulation. Q fires it over the middle. Caught. Corey Jones once again, this time for 7 yards, as he brings it out to the 40-yard line. Don't miss a minute of heart-pounding SFL action tomorrow, the final full day of regular season action. Coverage on For the Fans starts early Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, with Florida and Jacksonville, followed by Fort Worth and Lone Star at 12:30. Action shifts over to Next Level Sports at 2:30, with LA battling Vancouver for the Pacific. The SFL on Next Level Sports, and For the Fans, we put the fan in fantasy. And a big play for a first down there, Kate, as Sanzo Robinson is able to move those chains.
Yeah, big run by him. I like the draw action on this play, and a fantastic job by the offensive line, doing a nice job selling the pass and really opening up the run. Sanzo Robinson able to get up, and Tulsa still staring at an opportunity here. Ball on St. Louis 32-yard line, just about 5 minutes to go in this one, Eric.
Q sidearms it over the middle. Caught. That's France with the catch. And he'll get close to another first down as the clock continues to tick away. Tulsa getting closer and closer to pay dirt here.
Yeah, Tulsa, I mean, if you're Tulsa, I think, in a perfect situation, Eric, you want to get a touchdown on the board before that clock hits 4 minutes, just to give yourself enough time to try to get the ball back.
High formation this time for Tulsa. Handoff. Sanzo up the middle. First down yardage. Out to the 20-yard line. They're going to go no huddle. Not a great formation to go no huddle out of, but Q's going to do it anyway, and he's going to find Gabriel Manning. First and goal from the 9-yard line as they continue the no huddle.
And he does a fantastic job. Early in the game, they did some no huddle, and it was highly successful just getting back to it here.
Slinging it out to the fullback this time out of the backfield, and this time he'll be knocked out at the 4-yard line. Clock will stop momentarily at 4:06.
And they're still going to have an opportunity to punch this one in. Like I said, Eric, to give themselves enough time to try to slow down St. Louis on offense and get the football back in an ideal situation. I think you hope that you score on the next play or two.
They are right on schedule with 4:06 to go. 3 wideouts, 2 towards the top of the formation. Far sideline, single back is Sanzo. Q, over the middle, caught! Tulsa touchdown!
What more could you hope for right there? The wide receiver, DJ Hume, doing a great job coming over the middle. Tulsa on that drive right there, just exactly what you hope for. Excuse me, if you're a Tulsa fan, getting in the end zone very efficient.
And Hume was able to find the hole in the defense and score on that play. I'd have to imagine you're going to go for 2 here.
Yeah, I mean, you could dice it one way or the other. You could go for 2 here, or you could go ahead and wait. It looks like they're going to kick the extra point. They're going to need 2 no matter what. I guess it makes sense to go ahead and wait for the next score if you can get it.
Already 1 blocked extra point here today on the only other touchdown on the board. This one is up and true for Dorgan, and he makes it an 8-point ball game once again with 4:03 to go. Next Saturday on Next Level Sports, the SFL playoffs take center stage with 2 of the 4 wild card matchups. Coverage starts at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time with the best teams, the best broadcasters, and the most exciting sim football of the year. Stay tuned to the SFL on social media at Simulationfl for matchups and kickoff times. The SFL on Next Level Sports, we put the fan in fantasy as the onside kick is recovered by St. Louis. And it looks like Tulsa was trying to go for the early onside kick there, Cade. You think that one might have been maybe a bit too soon?
Yeah, my friend. I hate to say it. I mean, I'm not what they call an expert in these situations per se, but I think that was early. I think you had plenty of time. You had 3 timeouts in the 2-minute warning. You could have kicked it deep and given your defense an opportunity to try to slow St. Louis down. Now you've given them fantastic field position right here. Your defense has a lot of pressure on them.
And as we mentioned, playoffs kicking off next Saturday, the 17th, on Next Level Sports. Just be sure to stay tuned to our social media sites at Simulationfl for updates on who's in, who's out. And, well, shoot, you can just wait until the end of this ball game here, and our fine commissioner, Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green, they'll break that down for you on the post-game show with about 3:30 or so to go here in this one. Hand off again to Martinez, and he gets blown up in the backfield. He just got picked up and suplexed down. What a big hit by Ritter.
Yeah, Ritter coming in there absolutely swallowing up Martinez on that one. Had absolutely no chance. And, folks, let me be the first to tell you, we'll elaborate on that just a little bit more. But the SFL playoffs, there's no place you'd rather be. So we hope to see you as this one concludes and the scenario just clarifies a little bit more. But we can't wait to see you next weekend.
Absolutely. 3rd and 12. St. Louis doing their best to clean up most of this clock as Cherry gets a handoff for a minimal gain. And Tulsa will get the football back maybe just before the 2-minute warning. We'll probably see the return before we hit the 2-minute warning here, kid.
Yeah, and I mean, I still stick with the fact, Eric, we go back to it. I'm not sure about the onside kick. I mean, good job by the defense really standing up, but you got to trust your defense a little bit. They've done a solid job in this game, and you could have possibly given yourself a little better field position. This could provide for a long road to the end zone if you are also.
Northrop has had 2 down inside the 10 already today, looking for a 3rd as there will be no return, and it'll trickle into the end zone for a touchback. Tulsa with the game on the line on the other side of the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League live on Next Level Sports. You don't want to miss it. 156 to go to decide who is going to the playoffs and who's going to be hoping for some help. JQ over the middle and incomplete. St. Louis had about 3 opportunities at the pick to pretty much seal the deal, and it falls to the turf. Tulsa still has life.
Boy, they leave themselves an opportunity to really regret not coming away with that one, Eric.
Defensive coordinator is probably going bananas on the sideline over there.
Shoot, I would be too, man. I thought I'm with you in the avenue that I really thought that was about to be it.
Instead, Tulsa gets another chance. Q rolling out, throwing on the run. He's got his man, but a little too far out of bounds. That's Gabriel Manning, the intended target, and brings up a 3rd and long with 1:49 to go.
And what else is there to be said other than the fact that this 3rd down right here, very clearly, my friend, 4th down territory. But Tulsa, if you're Tulsa right here, you want to get something. If you can't get the 1st down, the 5, 6, 7 yards, set yourself up for success on 4th down.
Q with 5 wide. He's going to throw short of the line to gain. He does get that complete to Gabriel Manning, but it's going to be a 4th down. At least it's 4th and manageable here, and it's definitely 4 down territory for sure.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, Eric. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've been tuning in, it's been a close one most of the game. And Eric, this is essentially the ball game for the Tulsa Desperados.
It's not quite completely done if they don't get this 1st down here, but this is definitely crunch time for the Desperados. Tulsa again coming out in 5 wide. Q gonna throw far sideline. He's got Gabriel Manning, and I don't think he got the 1st down. They're gonna mark him shy of the line to gain, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Wow, we got to see this replay. That was so close. I thought he got there. As you see the catch, does he get the ball across? I don't think he does. And once you see him tuck it in his left arm, I don't think the ball comes across the 1st down marker. Just a unfortunate circumstance right there for Manning. If he tucks it in his right arm, Eric, I think it's a 1st down.
I think you're right, Kate, and instead St. Louis is going to get the football here, trying to chew some clock with Kyra Martinez running the football, and Tulsa going to burn their 1st time out with 1:37 to go. As we mentioned, not done yet, but it's certainly looking bleak for Tulsa. Coming up on the SFL postgame update, we'll send you the bonus coverage of Houston and Mexico City. Back to SFL Studios with Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green's analysis of the early window of games, and we'll preview SFL action that's coming up later today on Twitch. It's all coming up on the SFL postgame update. Offset eye, St. Louis looking to run the ball, chew some clock. Kyra Martinez with the handoff, and he's going to get out to the 23-yard line. Another timeout burned by Tulsa, 1 remaining.
This is dicey here, my friend. This is really dicey, but we'll see how it plays out.
Also, welcome into Morgan Mills 1994. Welcome into your first SFL broadcast. Feel free to check out our website, simulationfl.net, for more information on how you can go from couch to field. 3rd and 4, handoff to Bill Cherry, who's going to get knocked shy of the line to gain. So Tulsa gets the dub there on that possession, bringing it up a 4th down. All timeouts gone through for Tulsa, so they will have no way to stop the clock moving forward. And St. Louis will set up with a field goal attempt. Tulsa's got to get this thing on the ground, not through the uprights by any stretch of the imagination.
They got to block. They got to block this. Moral of the story: they got to block it. If they don't block it, then an insurmountable feat ahead of them, more or less.
This one not a gimme either. From 38 yards, Shalizzi is able to boot it through. 38-yard field goal is up and good, and that all but puts the damper on Tulsa's playoff hopes, as they will have to hope for a lot to happen to get themselves into the playoffs. St. Louis looking a lot like they are going to come away with the East Division crown and possibly a home playoff game next week.
Yeah, fun fact about the series between these two teams, Eric. Tulsa and St. Louis. Tulsa does lead the overall series 4-2 coming into this, but the away team is also 4-2 in the series. The away team, being St. Louis, coming into this, looks like they're going to come away with the victory. So a strange turn of events. It's awfully hard to win on the road here in the SFL. And for some reason, in the series between Tulsa and St. Louis, the away team seems to find a way.
It's a good point there. Is St. Louis looking to become the away team with the victory once again in this series? JQ going to drop back to pass, and he's going to complete it over the middle. No huddle here. Tulsa with no more timeouts, no way to stop the clock. Trying to get the football down the field. Q able to complete it over the middle, caught. And that was to Corey Jones as they move the chains out to the 37. Q again, this time down at the near sideline to Jones, and that is complete for 3 yards. We'll send it out to SFL HQ for a game update. Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green. Cam.
Thanks, Eric. Mike, Mexico City not giving up.
Yeah, Cam Phoenix Jones adds to his league-leading rushing total touchdowns with a nice little 4-yard run right here. Brings Mexico City closer early in the fourth quarter.
We'll have bonus coverage of Houston and Mexico City coming up next on Next Level Sports. Back to Eric and Kate.
Thanks, Cam. Thanks, Mike. As JQ dropping back to pass, pressure in his face, and it's incomplete. That could have easily gone the other way as Dubstat was in there with the pressure, and JQ had nowhere to go with the football. Brings up third down.
Yeah, Eric, you're absolutely right, my friend. Not much to do with it there, but heave it up and hope for a miracle. And the miracle on that play was that it hit the ground harmlessly, as a 3rd and 7 is the definition of live to fight another day.
Empty set, 5 wide for Tulsa, 3rd and 7. Q over the middle, incomplete. That would have been a nifty one-handed interception made by Gerald Winkler. He's already got 1 here today. Was looking for number 2. That brings up 4th down, and this is the ball game here for Tulsa.
I won't lie to you, my friend. That looked like that was going to be an amazing throw and catch to the wide receiver, DJ Hume, and Winkler doing a fantastic job breaking that one up.
Empty set again for Tulsa. Q takes the snap, pump fakes, gonna gun it. Far sideline
caught.
My
God.
Gabriel Manning with the speed, and he's gonna be down inside the 10-yard line, but he doesn't get out of bounds. They're gonna have to hurry up to the line here quickly.
Eric, who else would it be but Gabriel Manning getting open on the outside? I thought he was gone, and here they go running the no-huddle. They're gonna spike this one, try to play another play here.
28 seconds frozen on the clock after the spike, and what a connection from JQ to Gabriel Manning. We've seen that happen time and time again this season for the Desperados. And, man, just when you thought they were out of it, it's not quite done yet, folks.
No, sir. They pull you right back in. And, wow, what a throw. What a catch. Gabriel Manning doing work right there for Tulsa. As, boy, if they're going to get it in there, they got to get it in quick.
Q from the 7. Pump fakes. Checks it down to Robinson, and Robinson probably just should have let that one go as he's tackled inbounds. Clock running once again. Tulsa trying to get back to the line to run another play. Q. End zone. Incomplete. He was looking for Hume over there in the corner of the end zone and could not find him. 4th and goal.
Yeah, solid effort right there trying to get rid of the football. But, it's a tough one as it is already, ladies and gentlemen. But this 4th and goal right here, this is more or less the show. No matter what happens, they're going to go ahead and try to kick the field goal with the anticipation of getting the onside kick back and hopefully heaving one up, try to get a touchdown. We'll see if they can kick it through.
So Judah Dorgan going to line up for the chippy here. It's a 25-yarder. Kick is up and through from 25 yards, so they'll add the 3 points there. Still down by 8 with 6 seconds to go. So an onside kick and possibly a chance at a play if they're able to recover it. Already had one onside kick earlier in the fourth quarter with about 4 minutes to go. Didn't get that one. But the game and the playoffs are on the line here.
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't be more dire than it is right now, Eric. I mean, the onside kick and just not well executed for Tulsa. St. Louis grabs it up, and barring a catastrophic mistake, my friend, I do believe that St. Louis has just punched their ticket to the playoffs.
St. Louis, it was not the prettiest at times, but it doesn't matter as they are going to wrap things up, take a knee, and they've got the East Division wrapped up in a bow. St. Louis setting the franchise win record with their 7th victory here today. And man, none sweeter than the one here today as they get back into the playoffs. 8-point victory over division rival Tulsa. And the Desperados will have to TV watch and see if there's any chance of them making it in with a 6-6 record.
Yeah, they'll have to see if there's an opportunity. And just to kind of build off of your point there, Eric, not to quote A Tale of Two Cities, but it was the best of times and it was the worst of times for these teams today as they found themselves in opportunities to take advantage. Sometimes could not. Tulsa coming up short. As you said, Eric, they will TV watch. The rookie quarterback, number 12, Christian Brown, coming through big for St. Louis today. 220-plus yards on the day, a touchdown, an interception, and a fantastic job by him. His athleticism really showed out on the day. And we talked a lot about Eagle Mandavi, the wide receiver, coming through big, over 100 yards on the day for him, setting a franchise record in receiving yards. And at points, Cairo Martinez, big day for him. It won't show up on the stat sheet as far as the yardage goes. He got a lot of carries, did not average a lot. But, Eric, he was big in a few crucial moments in the game.
He certainly was, as he got a couple touchdowns on the ground. That certainly helped things out for the Gladiators here today. And, Cade, we touched on it early on, but I truly think that blocked extra point early on in the ball game really set the Desperados back, and they were just playing from behind the entire way after that.
Yeah, I think it definitely affected the way they approached the game. At some points in the game, they may have been playing for a field goal or a touchdown or an extra point. The way that they approached the game afterwards, because of the missed extra point, was different than maybe what they would have gone for originally. And as you see right there, play of the game, Paul Delavu, we cannot argue with that, Eric. 6 catches, 92 yards, a touchdown on the day. He had some athletic catches and some very crucial catches in this game. Very well deserved for him.
On behalf of my best friend Cade Stevens, Robert Garrett Jr., and Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ, my name is Eric Benson. We thank you for watching this presentation of the Simulation Football League, and we'll send you out to bonus coverage. Mexico City and Houston, Tyler Falk and Aaron Alexander are on the call. Take it away, gents, and thank you for watching.
To about the 1-yard line.
Another key pickup there for Mexico City. Definitely looking to try and take this game within 1 score.
Want to welcome everyone joining us from Next Level Sports. As you guys saw, St. Louis clinch the East Division, and here Phoenix Jones for his 2nd touchdown in the quarter, and the Mexico City Aztecs are climbing back into this one.
Tyler, I'm going to make a bold prediction to you here. This game feels like it's going to go into overtime just like last week.
At one point, the score was 28-7. Indeed, that was the score entering the fourth quarter. Mexico City have just scored 13 unanswered to get it with back in a touchdown. And you're joining us as we're hitting the business end of this football game. Cole Varner on to attempt the extra point. Snap, spot, kick is up and through. And indeed, Mexico City now within 7. It's 28-21.
Absolutely. Right now, this is 100% Houston's game to lose. They have to try and burn 5.5 minutes off the clock in order to better their chances getting into playoffs with another game next week against London.
they'll have to remake up that game that happened early on in the season due to a few technical difficulties. But a win here would be crucial in their playoff chances as Kai Cash gets the return to the 23, and we'll see E.T. King, the quarterback for Houston, take the field again. Last 2 drives for the Hyenas have gone 3-0, and that's what has set up Mexico City's 14-point run of their own.
Absolutely. Mexico City's defense has definitely turned up the burners here on Houston to try and make this game close.
King will immediately go into the shotgun with backs on either side of him. Back to pass, finds his man on before the line of scrimmage. That's going to be Warren Murray. Murray taken down for a loss of 1 by KT Harrell.
Yep, that's not something you want to see early on from Houston, is a loss of yards on a pass there. Unfortunate that didn't go positive, but we'll see how they decide to bounce back.
Shotgun set again. 2 backs on either side of E.T.
Okay, so
King
don't roll
again.
a break then. At the end of the show. Or when
Back
you
to
tell
pass,
me to.
pumps once, steps up in the pocket, will launch it far down the field, into cover,
Okay.
it's picked
You got
off! Ben Sharps, the Week 8 free agent, will put Mexico City's offense back on the field.
That's going to be Ben Sharp's first interception of the season, and actually the first interception of his career, to pull Mexico City back into this game and to potentially tie it up.
Oh, we got a game going here. Mexico City down at 1 point, 28-7, have begun to mount an incredible comeback. A touchdown here would complete it. Handoff, Jones up the middle, met at the line of scrimmage, and he's able to fight forward for maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, Houston's defense almost starting to feel the pressure here of Mexico City. Good stop there, though, to hold Phoenix Jones to just a yard on that run.
2 backs in the backfield, 3 wide receivers on the field here for Mexico City. Matt Wilson passes far side. That one's hauled in by K.L. Barrett for a gain of about 7, and they're at midfield.
And unfortunately, it looks like Fox Highwind was injured on that play. We'll see if he'll make a return at some point.
Very unfortunate. He was having a tremendous second half after being very quiet in the first half. Well, hopefully for Mexico City, he can come back on the field and help his team out as Wilson's back to pass again. Floats it near side. That's good enough for a first down to Jason Bartley.
Yeah, Mexico City starting to drive again here late in the fourth quarter.
You just hear the war drums echoing throughout the stadium here in Estadio Azteca. And Mexico City are on the Houston 46 with just under 4 minutes left to go in regulation. Play action. Wilson over the middle to a good catch there by Jason Bartley. That'll pick up the first down, and they're at the 31. They're marching again.
Yep, absolutely beautiful read there from Matt Wilson to hit Jason Bentley wide open down the middle. And Mexico City's looking to keep this game close and potentially tie it up.
A lot of B last names. Bentley, Bartley, Barrett.
Right?
It's
confusing.
They gotta add in a couple more. There's gotta be Wilson. You gotta change your last name to Bilson or something like that. Because he's back to pass. Quick drop here from Matt Wilson. He'll dump it off near side to Jason Bartley for a pickup of 5 before being knocked out of bounds.
I'll swear we'll get these names right eventually.
Marco Swift there in the tackle, and Mexico City are very impressive here late in this football game. Again, down 28-7 coming into the fourth quarter, and they're looking to complete the comeback. Bunch set near side of the formation. Phoenix Jones behind Matt Wilson, who's under center. Floater, far side. That's caught by Mike Daggs. He turns upfield, fighting his way to the 11-yard line. First down, Mexico City.
And Mike Daggs finally keeping his feet underneath him on one of these passes absolutely turning on the Jets upfield to gain some extra yards.
As you can just hear the roar of these fans every time a positive play, lots of chance of Vamos, Mexico City. Vamos a la casa.
It's an absolute great atmosphere here in Mexico City.
4 wide, Wilson under center, play action. He'll float it far side. That one's hauled in by Derek Conger, and it'll be a 2nd and 7 after the pickup of 3.
Yeah, Mexico City is on an absolute tear. I don't know what was said to this team in the locker room at halftime, but whatever was said has absolutely lit a fire under Mexico City, and they're on an absolute streak now.
2nd down for Mexico City in the red zone. Quick drop, pass, near side, hauled in, turning upfield is Jason Bartley. He'll break the plane, and Mexico City complete the comeback.
Oh boy, what an absolute game this has turned into. We thought like midway through the 3rd quarter that this was just going to be Houston all the way. Mexico City, though, has absolutely come back and tied this game up. Oh boy.
Here we go to make it official, to level us again. It's Cole Varner. Snap, spot, kick is away. We are tied. What a game, Aaron. 28-28.
I'm speechless at this point. This has turned into something special.
Kai Cash will take a knee in the end zone, and they'll set up on the 20-yard line. Last 3 drives for Houston. 3 and out, and the first career interception by Ben Charbs, and it's a brand new ball game with just over 2 minutes to go.
Realistically, all Houston needs to do here is just get into field goal range to try and close this game out before the end of the quarter.
King, back to pass, floats it underneath, has Pierce, the tight end. He'll pick up 6, and they'll hustle back up to the line. King, back to pass, floats it for Murray. That's tipped, picked off at the 21. It's a pick 6. Jeffrey Diggs, and the Aztecs take the lead.
That is absolutely unfortunate for Houston there. Warren Murray just couldn't get his hands on that fast, and it falls into the waiting hands of Jeffrey Diggs, who picks up his 11th on the season and his first pick 6.
Absolutely biblical scenes here in Mexico City. Down 28-7. Mexico City now lead. Cole Varner on to attempt the extra point. Snap, spot, kick is away. It's good. 35-28. Aztecs leading.
Absolutely. Mexico City has definitely been blessed by the Aztec gods in this 4th quarter to completely turn this game around.
2 minutes, 14 seconds to go in regulation. And Varner's kicks away again as Cash waits in his end zone and will take a knee. And we've got 2 minutes, 13 seconds to go. And Houston, at 1 point up 28-7, has it all to do to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Absolutely. Houston needs to come up with something big here with less than 2.5 minutes left in this 4th quarter to try and bring this back.
King, back to pass on 1st down, finds Warren Murray on the far side, breaks away from 1 tackle, and he's taken down after a pickup of 1. Go back into the gun as the 2-minute warning hits us. And it's a whole new ball game. Mexico City leading 35-28 as Houston try to mount a comeback of their own. You're watching the SFL on Next Level Sports. Welcome back to Estadio Azteca. Tyler Falk, Aaron Alexander. Glad to have you along with us for the conclusion of this football game as King goes in the backfield as a gun straight package. Pass over the middle. That one's hauled in for first down yard. I believe that's Greg Kroenke on the reception. And they'll hurry back up to the line. Another passing play. Pumps once from King. Pass near side. Picked up again! But we have a Wanderer on the field. We'll have to get the call from our 62 to see if it stands.
Es juego is on fuego.
Holding on the defense. So the interception goes for naught. Jack Napier. Oh, the crucial penalty that would have sealed the football game, you'd think. And instead, it's a free first down for Houston.
That is absolutely unfortunate for Mexico City there. That interception would have 100% put this game away, but an unfortunate face mask call is going to bring up another first down for Houston.
Ice formation behind King. Pass near side. That one's hauled in. And for a good pick of about 8 for Leroy Brown. It'll be 2nd and 2 with 1:39 remaining.
Yeah, good recovery there from that called back interception to try and get back on track and march down the field with 1.5 to go.
Offset eye behind King, who stands up while under center. Back to pass. Pumps once. Will find his man Warren Murray on the near side, who jukes once, gets hit, and he gets out of bounds for picking up the first down at the Mexico City 47.
Yep, Houston into Mexico City territory now, starting to march down the field, and I do have to apologize for my Spanish. I'm not a native Spanish speaker. I don't know a lot of Spanish. I'm sorry.
Well, then again, you have a man from Minnesota calling a game south of the border. You wonder how I feel. I try my best, but
I mean, listen,
my best. But
I lived up in Cajun country. I'm French. I got you. Spanish, not so much.
Coverage backs off here on first down from the Aztecs defense. King in the gun. He's back to pass. Finds his man on a short little drop. That's Pierce. The tight end will pick up 6 yards. And they'll hurry back to the line. Under 1.5 minutes left to go in regulation. 3 wide receivers. Coverage again backs off. King back to pass. Finds Pierce again, who's immediately rocked, maybe after picking up 1 yard. 3rd and 3 upcoming now for the Hyenas. Another passing play from King. Deep ball over the middle this time. That's hauled in by DR Sim! Sim! Touchdown! Hyenas!
Oh my goodness. Tyler, it's Jacksonville, Vancouver all over again.
Here we go again. DR Sim, the Hall of Famer, the Doctor, has put his team with an extra point away from retying this football game.
Oh man. What a catch there deep for DR Sims. Absolutely proving why he's, without a doubt, one of the, if not the best wide receiver in the league.
Snap spot for Max Espresso, and it is good. We have a whole new ball game again. 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining between Mexico City and Houston.
Yeah, there is a fair enough of time left on the clock now for Mexico City to try and at least get 3 out of this. But we'll have to see if Houston steps up and shuts them down to take this into overtime.
And Espresso's kick is off to Jason Bartley, who gets returned, started at about the 26. And he'll take it to the 29-yard line. And so, just about 50 yards to go to be within definite make distance for Cole Varner. He has missed one field goal today.
Yep, that field goal was from 53 yards, I believe.
Wilson under center. Trips near side of the formation. Play action. Out route far side. That's hauled in by guess who? KL Barrett. And it's more than 5 yards this time. They'll pick up 9.
Yep, KL Barrett still killing Houston's defense with those out routes.
And just adding confirmation, Fox Highwind has joined the field after going out earlier in the quarter with an injury. Glad and great to see him back onto the field as Mexico City now on their own 38 with 3 wideouts, trying to march down the field again. Wilson back to pass, pressure coming over the middle, deflected away. Great coverage there from Brody Gulch, and it's 3rd and short.
That is a big deflection there from Brody Gulch to bring up 3rd down. Oh, boy.
So here we go again. 3rd and short for Mexico City. 51 seconds remaining in regulation. They'll come out in a weak goal line set as Houston stacks the box with 9 men in the box. Wilson back to pass. Rolls to his left. Steps up. Fires. And it's in and out of the hands of Ray Bentley.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Great defense there from oh god, I'm all over the place. From Houston to stop that from that 1st down there. And it looks like Mexico City is just going to bring out the punt team, see if they can try and force this game into OT here.
George Amy's going to need a spectacular punt. He gets it away. Pressure was coming. Kai Cash will start his return at the 25. Spins away from one and will be taken down at the 29-yard line. So Houston, with 3 timeouts, will have a chance of their own to take a victory here in regulation.
Absolutely. This is now do or die time for Mexico City. You either need to step up or step off because Houston's coming.
Need about 25 yards to get into field goal range for Houston. King back to pass over the middle, and it's going to go in and out of the hands of the wide receiver, and it'll set up 2nd and down.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate there that receiver couldn't hold on to that ball. That would have been a big 1st down for Houston.
Kyle Fenimore, the intended receiver, on 1st down. We'll see what Houston can come up with here on 2nd down. They'll send trips wide receivers to the far side. King back to pass, floats on the corner route. That's a wide open receiver, and he's down to the Houston 45, and they'll take a timeout with 29 seconds to go.
Absolutely. Beautiful catch there from the doctor himself, D.R. Sims, to push Houston further in toward Mexico City territory.
$35 apiece here late in the 4th quarter. Houston come up to the line with 3 wide receivers.
So 4-minute game and then come back to you and then okay.
King, quick drop, fires over the middle, almost picked up by Charms again, and it falls incomplete. 2nd down.
Charms trying to eat good today.
The week 8 free agent already has his 1st career pick early on in the quarter. He tried to add a 2nd one there and what would have been a fantastic grab. But now Houston counting their blessings. It's 2nd and 10 for the Hyenas on their own 45. King back to pass, fires over the middle. That's hauled in for a 1st down at the 42.
Oh my goodness. Houston here calling their 2nd timeout, potentially I wouldn't think they would consider pulling on their field goal team just yet. Definitely going to try to push for a couple more yards here to secure this victory over a very, very ready late Mexico City.
10 yards would almost certainly put them within field goal range. Bunch set, far side. King back to pass. Finds Murray underneath. Murray taken down at the 35. Houston will hurry back to the line. 10 seconds remaining and 1 timeout. 5 seconds remaining. And he'll spike the ball with 3 to go. So we'll have to see. Will they trot out Max Espresso for a very long attempt?
I don't think they have a choice but to here with 3 seconds left. Either that or they're just going to throw a deep ball up and somebody's going to grab it.
So here we go from the 35. Hail Mary formation on the field for Houston. King back to pass. Pressure coming. Fires it far down the field. And it's picked off for the 3rd time in a quarter. And just like that, Aaron Alexander, back-to-back weeks. We call a game. And back-to-back weeks, we're going to overtime.
Goodness gracious, what an absolute game. And a good pick there from Zarin Pryor, picking up his 2nd on the season to take this game into our 2nd straight overtime with the 2 of us on call.
Absolutely fantastic. Mexico City down at 1 point, 28-7. They made a fantastic comeback in the 4th quarter. And now we're going to have to see which team wants it more. This Tex-Mex division, otherwise known as the South Division, has created tremendous watching football.
And I absolutely have to think that every other team in the league is going to be paying a close eye to what happens in this overtime.
So it'll be Mexico City who will get the ball to start overtime. Mason Bartley gets his return up to about the 31. And here comes the Mexico City offense. Last time out, had to punt it away with under a minute to go in the 4th quarter.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe overtime rules here in the SFL, it's first team to score wins the ball game.
You are correct there, Aaron. So if it's a field goal or a touchdown, whoever team scored it will come out of here with the victory. Wilson back to pass. Out route near side for Bartley. Bartley calls it in for a pickup of 7.
This Bartley-Barrett combination with these out routes has been absolutely killing Houston's defense and is probably one of the biggest reasons that Mexico City is still in this game.
Come the Aztecs again here on 2nd down. They'll pack in everybody tight. Only 7 men in the box to counter for Houston. Handoff up the middle for Phoenix Jones will pick up the 1st down to the 44.
Absolutely a good run there by Phoenix Jones to pick up that 1st down.
Matt Robinson wants to know the status of Fox Highwood, and thankfully for the Mexico City Aztecs, Fox Highwood has returned to the field of play, which is good to see. Handoff Jones on the far side. He's taken down in the backfield for a loss of 3.
Yeah, Houston's defense absolutely ready for that stretch play. Brings down Phoenix Jones in the backfield.
It'll be 2nd and 13 upcoming here for the Aztecs. As we might be seeing a replay of the Season 6 playoffs a long time ago when these first 2 teams were just getting to know each other. Wilson back to pass, finds Fox Highwind on the out route, and just like that, able to make an impact after coming off the bench.
Absolutely, and it's good to see that Fox Highwind recovered pretty quickly from that injury and is back picking up consistent yardage for the Aztecs.
Empty backfield behind Wilson under center. Crossing route. That one's hauled in to the 39-yard line by Nicholas Daggs.
And Nicholas Daggs, that's going to be his second catch this game.
He's looking at just an all slants pattern over the middle, just able to slice and dice through the defense and able to find Daggs was Matt Wilson. And now Mexico City just need a few more yards, and that should be well within the range of Cole Varner.
Yeah, Houston absolutely needs a big stop here.
Out route near side, hauled in by Bartley, and he's to the 32-yard line.
Still absolutely killing Houston's defense with these out routes, though, is the combination of Wilson, Bartley, and Barrett.
Nonchalantly walking back up to the line is the Mexico City offense. 2nd and 3 from the 32. Wilson back to pass. Out route near side. That's hauled in by Ray Bentley. First down to the 26.
Yep, the Hall of Famer picking up a big first down there for Mexico City, marching them ever closer to the red zone and ever closer to the end of this ball game.
Now when will Mexico City trot out the field goal unit?
I mean, if last week is anything to go by, they won't.
And so, indeed, the offense comes back out on the field from the Houston 26. Wilson under center, 2 backs in the backfield. He's back to pass again. Pressure coming. Floats it far side. Try to find his man, his diving receiver, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, big pressure there by Wolf Justice to force Matt Wilson to throw that ball away from the intended receiver there.
2nd and 10 here for the Aztecs. 4 wideouts. Wilson under center. Cries from the chat here on SFL Twitch to get the kicker out there. Pass over the middle. Picked off! It's going to come back to bite him! Houston will take over after the interception.
Absolutely big pick there for Marco Swift, who's been absolutely mostly quiet pretty much all game to pick up a big interception for Houston.
So Houston, they'll get a chance here to win the football game in overtime. 2 wideouts, 2 tight ends, and E.T. King in the gun.
Mexico City absolutely cursing themselves for their own hubris at this point for not kicking the field goal when they had the chance.
Dump off for Stephen Walker will go -2 yards for Marco Swift. That interception comes on his birthday, so happy birthday to Marco Swift. And indeed, that will definitely help out his team.
Absolutely no better birthday gift than a potential game-winning interception for Marco Swift.
Handoff up the middle for Murray. That's going nowhere. The defense of Mexico City is clamping down hard.
Absolutely. Mexico City said, you know what? It's all right. You can pick the ball off. We'll shut you down deep in your own territory. Just get the ball back immediately.
3rd and 13 upcoming for the Houston Hyenas. If they want to convert, they'll have to get past the 27. Trips near side. King back to pass. Will fire in that direction. That's nearly picked off by Han Tayumi. And it's a quick 3 and out for Houston.
Tayumi absolutely almost guaranteed Mexico City's victory there if he could have picked that ball off. Unfortunate that he couldn't get his hands on that ball, but that's going to be a sigh of relief for Mexico City with Houston not able to capitalize on the interception.
Kicks away there from Brian Adams as Bartley gets his return, and Mexico City will start this drive in excellent field position on the Houston 48.
Yeah, excellent field position, like you said, already into Houston's territory, already potentially a key drive here to finally put this game away.
Offset single back behind Matt Wilson and 3 wide receivers as coverage backs off. Wilson Back to pass, finds the outrun on the far side. It's KL Barrett again, picking up 4 yards.
Wilson, Barrett, out route. It's been working for them. Of course, they're going to keep going back to it.
Wilson over 225 yards so far in the football game. Has 1 touchdown pass and has thrown 3 interceptions, looking to lead his team to victory here on the Houston 44. Wilson back to pass, deep down the near side. That's hauled in, and will take it to the end zone. Fox, high wind, touchdown, Mexico City. It's over.
Goodness gracious, what a ball from Wilson to Highwind to put this game away for Mexico City. But give credit to Houston. Absolutely came into this game to put up a fight, and put up a fight they did. Unfortunately, Mexico City toward the end just had Houston's number and ends up coming away with the victory.
Down 28-7.
What a ball game in Mexico City. Mexico City completes the 21-point comeback and wins 41-35. After the commercial break, we'll have post-game and then get you out to Vice Wars as the SFL on Next Level Sports continues. St. Green looks so good, I had to show him twice. Mike St. Green, Cameron Irvine here with you. Wow, that was an incredible overtime victory for Mexico City, a 21-point comeback. Mike, what do you think of that?
Wow, Cam, I'm barely catching my breath right now. Exciting game. 28-7, Houston's up. In the third quarter, Mexico City gets a Phoenix Jones touchdown run to start this incredible comeback on the first play of the fourth quarter. They run off 28 straight to come back and take the lead in this game. Then Houston, still fighting for their playoff lives, comes back with a DR Sim 40-yard touchdown catch to tie it up with a minute left in the game. And we go to overtime. And what an incredible overtime. Mexico City gets the ball first. Looks like they're going to go in, at least for the game-winning field goal. Matt Wilson gets picked off by Marco Swift. They immediately, after that, create a 3-and-out. And then Houston's punting in Mexico and gives them a short field. But then Fox Highwind coming back from injury in this game with a huge touchdown catch to end it 41-35. And now Houston's fighting for the playoff lives with one game pending against London.
Mike loves the camera, but we got to go, man. We got Vice Wars coming up next. Vegas and Denver. Hey, hats off to St. Louis. They're in the playoffs. But Las Vegas, Denver, two teams. They've won 5 in a row now, Mike, and it comes your way next, both of them.
Yeah, going to be a great game, too. Both teams on 5-game winning streaks. Look for explosive offenses from both teams. Should be a great game. Vice Wars coming right at you.
Arizona Sioux Falls will kick off about 7:40 Eastern. There will be no bonus coverage of that game on Next Level because due to time constraints, but we will have live updates from that game throughout the day. That game is now a lot bigger for Houston, 5-6. Arizona's also 5-6. Houston hoping that Arizona can come up short in that one. But coming up next, Denver takes on Las Vegas in Vice Wars 8. Mike Daggs and Matt Wilson have the call. After this commercial break, you're watching the SFL on Next Level Sports.